Hi everyone, it's Catherine here from Inky Finger Cat, back with another Christmas in July project. So I thought I would use this Donna Downey stencil. I've had this for quite some time. I don't think I've used it for a couple of years at least. You can see there's some like stamping on the actual stencil itself, so it's not clean, and it's one of those that comes with the mask as well. But I'm just deciding that I wanted to use Distress Oxides to stencil through into that space. I've used my waffle flower grip mat to hold it in place, but you'll see that I do end up with a little bit of movement. I'm having to try and kind of hold it in place. It's become a little bit bent over the years, so it's not brilliant stencil now to use because it's a little bit fiddly in places, but I get there, it'll be fine. The end result is great. So I stenciled directly onto a card blank I had made, using the Distress Oxides, plenty of water splattered onto it, which, because it's not watercolour paper, isn't brilliant because it just sort of like slightly distort the paper, but it'll be fine. And then I'm adding some splatters on using 2 of the colours of Distress Oxides, sorry. The colours I'd used were the peacock feathers, the faded jeans, and the blueprint sketch. Now, I did get a little bit of ink on the inside of the card blank, but I'll sort that out later and not worry about it. And you can see there, underneath his rear leg, I've got a little bit where the stencil moved, so it's not a very clear, precise outline. But I will cover that up. So what I've gone and done is I'm now hunting through trying to find specific dies, and I really wanted to use those Merry Christmas type dies. I thought that the sort of type print would work well with this kind of image. Found a scrap of turquoise that I thought would work quite well as card stock, and so I have now cut out my little words, not forgetting the tittle for the eye. And then I had got like a little die cut star on the side in black, but I decided not to end up using that. So instead I'm looking for a label die, and I remember that this Sizzix set had a sort of pennant label. So I've cut that out of black, and now I'm deciding that I want something else underneath that as well. So I've chosen the stars that are in that Tidings and Trimmings set. I've chosen some lilac, and then I think, no, actually I want it to be similar colours to the background, so I've just used up the same colours. I put the faded jeans on and then used the one that had got blueprint sketch just to go around the outside a bit. And now I'm going to layer up these to create a little cluster towards the right hand side so that it covers up where I've not quite done it properly. I've got the word Merry Christmas just hanging off that black banner. It means that you can still read the words because they've got that bit of black, and it just gives a little bit of definition to the outside. And again, I'm just here adding the little tittle for the eye in Christmas. So I think that looks quite cute, but it does need a bit of definition. So at this point, I think, right, let's pull out some black soot. This time I just go for the Distress ink rather than Distress Oxide because I'm not really adding much. I'm just adding a little bit of definition to that star so it stands out a little bit against that background. And that's it for the front. Oh no, sorry, apologies, sequins. I just added 3 sequins just so there's a little bit of glitz on there. But otherwise, I'm really happy with this and how this turns out. Now, I need to sort the inside. I could have done a cheat job and I could have just trimmed down the card blank and cut it off, but I decided against that. I didn't want to make it any slimmer than it was. So instead, I'm just using another piece of quite thin white cardstock, using the ink that's left on those blending tools and just that scrap of cardstock to create a boundary, and that then will sit, and I've made that piece just slightly bigger than the inside of the card, and now I'm going to glue it into place so that it hangs off but it covers up that bit of inking that was on the inside, and then I'm just going to use my scissors to trim that up and make sure that it's the same size as the back. I have noticed there's some little fingerprints and ink marks on the back, but I'm not going to worry about that. No one looks at the back of a card. And there's my finished card. Really happy with this funky, bit different, artsy looking card. So simple using the stencil. Might have to make some more in different colours. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching. If you want to see more, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Give me a thumbs up and a comment below. Until next time. Bye-bye.